Good day. This will probably be the last um, upload that I put up dealing with the borderline personality disorder, any type of mental health disorder. Unless I can get it together, um, I'm having too many episodes that's too close together, and it seemed like the more that I try to encourage people that has been sending things that I can the tools that I can give to them, and it's best not to share with other people when you're helping somebody because they already don't understand you as it is, and then they'll make it seem like um, you're not in no condition to help anybody. When I'm not having um, any triggers or flares up or whatever the case may be, I'm a very good counselor. Um, I can offer a lot of insight. It's sad to say, I think I said it before, I might have typed this to someone. Dealing with borderline personality disorder is something that I've been dealing with for 20 years. And it's been an intense emotional roller coaster. I had a couple more periods where I didn't have no episodes, and they declared me no longer borderline personality, having it. But then they started to use the term "it's in remission" because it's almost like those few people that's in my life, they will take and push the buttons to cause me to go from 0 to 600 in a matter of seconds, knowing that it will take um, to me it seemed like almost like a lifetime to try to get it together. Now, at 8 o'clock this morning, I had decided that I was going to do this and had um, some more different coping mechanism skills that I was going to share for those that wanted more um, input or more information about it. But I had two incidents, well, three incidents with three people that try to put up with me but don't understand me, and then when they don't understand something they shoot me down and they don't even realize that they're ripping my heart to pieces, and it causes me to not want to be here. And I know that a lot of us can have our good days. A lot of us sometimes just don't want to be bothered with anybody. And the sad thing is to say, well, it don't make sense for me to sit here and try to talk to myself, because even though that I can offer information to help others, sometimes I can take an encouraging word from people as long as they're not criticizing me, and they don't know what caused the trigger, or it's not self-explanatory to them, that they don't get it why a lot of people that may view things on YouTube may not understand people with the borderline personality disorder, and why uh, any of us will put anything up there concerning um, our conditions or the things that the doctors declared us and named us with, because I honestly can't say if it's, well, from what I understand, Well, I haven't broke up anything in a while, so I haven't been very impulsive. I've been more on the uncontrollable crying, not wanting to get up, and I'm having a hard time shifting the mind to radically accept the fact that people don't probably will never understand me nor accept me, and so is kind of hard to deal with. Um, I just spent the last 25 minutes. I mean, I had my phone and had my tripod and everything sitting here. But just as I was about to push the button, someone sent a message, and it just sent me through a whole complete another level of a um, emotional roller coaster where I found myself uh, crying to the point of hyperventilating, and I went into an asthma attack. I try to tell people to please stop. And sometimes it's hard to walk away from things. I mean, I've learned that if somebody calls, if I don't look at the call ID before I answer the phone, and when they start to talk their stuff, I've learned to hang up the phone. But the damage is already done. I'll hang up, but then I'm affected emotionally by it. Um, I wanted to go back to school. I've been shot down for that. I had one more class to complete for one particular Bible Institute that I was going to. And I can't seem to get my head wrapped around the idea to even do that, even though that's just for foundational courses. I got shot down when I went to evangelistic school for basic Christian counseling, and I really was beat up unbelievable when I went for ministerial school. Yeah, I have my certificates, I have everything, but even before I can fully operate in any of those things, well, I did officiate my first wedding, and I was very proud of it. But those critics or people that claim that they care or whatever the case may be, they made me feel like I committed the worst sin in the world, and that just because you got a paper doesn't mean that you're anything. So it's like, this is why I think I said on one of the other things, be selective of the people that you put in your life, because it may be a jealousy thing because they wasn't able to achieve it, or they really get a kick out of seeing how they can push your trigger buttons. Now, on top of everything else, and somewhere in any of these conditions, low self-esteem may fall into there. And even as a child, I was always very timid. Um, and But I've always been able to rise up above it to some degree. I can somewhat push all my feelings on the inside when I'm able to help somebody else that I think may be going through. Uh, I think that they're savable, so I will help them as much as I can, and I, I can deal with me later, as long as I can help somebody else and give them the advice that they need. And and a lot of them tend to come back and come back and come back. It's like I'm pouring out and pouring out. I don't have a problem with that. But when I'm having my moment and I try to reach out to anyone, I get shot down. I get put down. It gets thrown in my face. How you gonna help these people? You can't help yourself. Uh, that's a whole other thing by itself. But I mean, if somebody still reaches out via YouTube, I would do my best to give you the most encouraging, uplifting advice. And if I have to go to the DBT manual to get information or give it to you based on my life experience being in this thing for as many years as I've been in it, um, or dealing with it, living with it, uh, I think I said it before. I wish I knew how to do. They put my things under a category entertainment. I don't. I don't know how to change that because my information or uploads are not, to me, that it's not an entertainment. It's something that's informative. Um, to some people, it's educational because they learn some uh, uh, core value skills to help them manage and deal with whatever that they may be going through. But I don't know how to change that, and I really have that. That's a pet peeve, and that's really bothering me. That I don't know how to change that category. I went on the computer. I wasn't able to do it. I definitely can't do it by the way of the phone, and I definitely can't do it by the way of the tablet. So it's like, I mean, I know that's just a category, but it's a category that is like something that when I first seen it, I flipped my lid. And something as simple as that, that should not make me go off, and I can't go off on nobody because there's nobody there for me to go off on, but it takes me to an unhealthy level that is not good. And then it's like, okay, breathe, breathe, focus on your breathing, take a deep breath in and go calm. You could do that when you somewhat is a little bit when you're a little bit where you can bring yourself out of whatever you're going through at that moment. But you just never know how long it may take you to get to that point where you could bring yourself down to a somewhat of a calm place where you can think rationally, talk rationally, and possibly help somebody else in the process. So I probably don't even remember half the stuff that I already said, but if it was anything that was helpful, I hope that it was. And any of the things that may be uploaded to my page will probably be um, anything other than this, unless I feel led to do it. And right now, I don't feel led to do anything. So, but if somebody wants me to encourage them in some type of way, I'll send them a message some type of way. Be blessed, keep smiling, and just remember, you're not on this rocky roller coaster by yourself. Bye bye.